In today's video, I will be showing you how to get and land on Minmus and milk it for all that wonderful science that you can get. Yes, we're gonna get loads and loads of science, but first we have to talk a little bit about research. The nodes that we will be opening up and learning, while not of them are all exactly required, they will significantly help you in terms of getting what you need towards getting to Minmus and do the experiments. Then we're going to be talking about building the craft, building the lander, all the stuff that is required, how to put everything together, why are we putting it in this way, and remember, the goal is to get loads and loads of science, so that's why we're kind of building this way, and hopefully you guys will get a lot more details then. And finally, we're going to talk about flying, executing those maneuvers, getting to Minmus and landing. And then we're going to be discussing how to milk it for all that precious science, how to get the most science that you can get out of Minmus. Well, technically not min-maxing everything, but still get a boatload. So, without further ado, let's go into it. We are researching the advanced electrics. We're going to be researching the miniaturization or not. Oh, actually, space exploration might be a thing. So let's just quickly see. Advanced fuel systems, we will need that one. Heavier rocketry, yes, we will probably need that one, but maybe not right now. Space exploration, well, technically I don't need those. I could use it. Yeah, I'm gonna take those. And then aviation, well, we don't have enough. So let's go into the building. We're gonna be using the, this is the pomegranate, and of course I forgot that my, Kerbal engineer is in the partless configuration, so I immediately attached the Kerbal engineer there. Technically it's in partless config, so it doesn't need to be. By the way, I'm showing you the build episode very accelerated because, well, I mean, guys can still follow, but it's important for you to see the principle. So, on the top of the pomegranate we have the science collection capsule, and we have literally everything that we have. The solar panels that will open, and technically I don't need them to be foldable because we will not bother with the re-entry. Re-entry will only be the capsule, so everything else is just, icing on a cake. So, they do look nicer though. Maybe I'll just keep them. Never mind. Okay, so Minmus Lander Mark 1. There we go. All the experiments are up except for the materials bay, which is a kind of a huge one, so I figured stick it under, and we will need to... The reason why we're taking, I think, 2 Kerbals at least, is 2 to 3, is because we want to be able to reset all the experiments and whatnot, and so it's kind of handy to have a scientist there. You saw that probably in one of my previous episodes, but then again, I'm just reiterating for those of you that are just new to the channel, so yeah. Alright, there we go. This is our lander, and it has 802 delta V, so once we actually put these and we stage them correctly, we will have a lot more. See, the reason why I'm putting those is to actually provide a wider base for my science experiments, and also as a lander it's cool to have a wider base. So there we go. Then let's put up a cone. We're gonna be setting up the Rockomax. There we go. Skipper, that's the one that will be getting us to Minmus. So first is the lander to coming on Minmus and returning back, and hopping for the science, because we will do a lot of science hopping in this episode. Then we're gonna be attaching the side boosters. There we go. Yeah, I don't like these attachment points. I think with these kind of craft, I think this works much better. So I was thinking initially going with 4, but I think I will probably need to go with 6. Because delta V, well, delta V it's enough. It's just a matter of thrust to weight is too low in some stages, so I want to be higher up in the atmosphere this 1.2 fire, so we'll see. Let's first see how far can we get with 4. Fins, yep. Shall I put the Rockomax? Nah, it just looks hideous. I think this looks actually better, and it also has more fuel, so yeah. Okay, making sure that everything is staging correctly. There we go. Checking my staging. That's always, you know, the most important thing. So there we go. Lander legs as well. I'm gonna put some of them here as well. There we go. It's important to have enough landing legs because of the stability, and I'm gonna be showing you why. So yeah, auto strutting everything. I could be putting those experiments if push comes to shove, but I don't know. Now, just for putting up lights, we don't have exactly the experiments. Tell you what, they look cool, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be having those. I mean, I want to have a valid reason for having those. This where I've just crammed them for no apparent reason. Okay, let's just do the action groups, and then we're gonna solve the mysteries of the containers later. 6.9, yeah. Get it away, son. There we go. Alright, so one more thing. I actually will go with the 6, and I will put this staging. Well, I don't. This would be like onion staging. Maybe not. Maybe we do the asparagus staging. So you go here, you go here, you go here. That's the asparagus staging. You go here, and you go here. There we go. Now we just have to make sure that we auto-strutted everything, and we have to fix the staging. That's usually the trickier part. It takes a while until you get those things aligned. Then these two, yeah, they go first, and they fire together with these two. Yeah, then we have these two, and they fire together with these two, and okay, that looks about right. So look, so 7.5 thousand meters per second. That's nice. So let's put some fins, and there we go. Hit it. Yeah, by the way, I forgot to hit start. You know, it happens. Anyway, first boosters dumped. Everything is looking stable. I've put everything to 2 times acceleration because, you know, second stage drop. Then we have the third one, and look at this. We're at 1.8 thrusts to weight, which is great. However, once we drop these two, then we're gonna get to 1. Yeah, 1.11. Yeah, so it's a kind of a big loss of thrust, but we are already high up, so it doesn't really matter that much. So we are getting into the thinner parts of the atmosphere where actually, you know, there's less atmospheric drag to compete about, so yeah. Alright. Leaning orbit prograde to make sure that we get our 100-kilometer apoapsis. Jebediah is happy, Bill and Bob are suiting to come together, so that's fine, and there we go. This is rather simple, you know, Minmus design. I've done this numerous times. However, it's still good that you know, check Moon, Minmus, and also getting to Minmus is a good preparatory stop to start getting interplanetary to Duna and other planets, because there's a lot of science to be farmed at Minmus, which we will definitely need to be able to buy the tech, to afford the technology to get to Duna and further out. There we go. Looks kind of beautiful. There we go. Let's circularize. The burn will be coming in 1 minute, so we have plenty of time to get all our stuff in order. Pointing maneuver prograde. Jeb, Bill and Bob. All aligned. There we go. Alright, and the burn will be coming in 20-ish seconds, just accelerating time a little bit, and burn. So with Minmus there is an additional step that you need to take note, and that's fixing the orbital inclination. In our previous guides to orbit and Moon, this was not necessary because Moon is equatorial and has no inclination in relative to Kerbin. However, Minmus has an inclination. Minmus orbit has an inclination. So, yeah, if we set the target, you get this ascending and descending nodes, AN and DN, and they are, as you can see, minus 5.4 degrees tilt. So what you want to do now is to burn normally, which is this pink marker, until your ascending and descending node becomes 0, 0. Then you have actually fixed your orbital inclination, so the tilt of your orbit, to match that of Minmus. Once you have done that, then we can perform ejection burn, same as we did for the Moon. So the burn will start in 3 minutes, and let's just get over there. And it will take 213 meters per second. By the way, guys, I hope you like this format. This is a format where I show you everything. You know, the research, the build, the fly, the land, the return. And that means some of the episodes can get quite a bit longish. I'm trying to not to have them boring, but long enough and that you can actually follow everything. And if you have some questions and, you know, forgot something how to do, you can always return back at some point. And yeah, I'll also try to see if I can add chapters to this video so that you guys know where to come when you need to. You just click it and that's it. Alright, so the closest approach, separation, everything there. There we go. A little bit of fiddling. The reason why I'm fiddling so much with this is actually once you are, the faster you come by Minmus, the more you will have to slow down. So I'm trying to find the least amount of fuel that I burn so that I don't need to slow down as much. So yeah. I don't know if that made sense actually. Probably not. Alright, so there we go. 898 meters per second burn, and will be happening in 10 minutes. We are time warping. I'm really enjoying that green warp to the maneuver node. It's really amazing. Alright, so 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ignition. Beautiful. So hopefully that will get us ejected to Minmus. Now ever so carefully, be very gentle with your burns. There we go. Okay, 145 meters per second. I think that's good enough. So, cinematics time. Yes, let's watch as we leave Kerbin's sphere of influence and proceed onwards to Minmus. On the way there, we will also be performing lots and lots of science experiments, which is the reason why I've jam-packed this thing with science as much as I could, and as much as science I have. So where's Minmus? There it is, green and minty. Hello, Minmus. Okay, and now I think we have to do the sphere of influence change. Okie doke, we are in the Minmus sphere of influence. Alright, so let's stop the time warp and add a maneuver node that will be putting us in the orbit ready for landing. So we put the periapsis to be, I like it to be around 15, 12, whatever. So let's put now normal prograde because it just looks cool. There we go. Come on, antenna, extend antenna, good. We have direct connectivity with the KSC. There we go, and now let's do the experiments. So I'm gonna aim the camera here because it actually gives me nicer view. So we log the temperature, high over Minmus, pressure data, mystery goo, then we have the materials bay, we have the crew report, and then we can collect all of these science experiments, and Bob will go on an EVA, do the report, thank you. And now restore the experiments, restore the mystery goo. So this is the reason why we brought a scientist, because he will be able to restore all of those experiments so we can repeat them over and over and over again for all that wonderful science. Alright, boarding. So time to point maneuver prograde and have another cinematic of arrival at Minmus. I want to be creating the alarm, which will be the maneuver alarm. Alright, 2 minutes before arriving. 1 minute would suffice. The burn is only 8 seconds after all. Alright, transitioning time. Hello, Minty Minmus. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, so now what we want to do, we want to be burning to get ourselves inserted in orbit around Minmus. There we go. Then we're doing the second part of the material study because we are in space high above greater flats. That's really nice. There we go. In space high. Bored anyway. Well, a lot of these experiments are actually, you know, not biome sensitive, except the EVA report. Alright, so we're burning and attach, and there we go. Okay, so now the next thing to do is we need to prepare for the landing. And also when we get to the Minmus low, which would be somewhere around here, we need to be circularizing, I mean, let's say 16 by 16 or something, reducing the periapsy because it will be easier for us to slow down later on. Alright, so pointing maneuver prograde, and then we can just jump time warp to the maneuver. There we go. Alright, getting ready. The burn will start in 53 seconds. And it's a tiny burn. Minmus has really little amount of science. And we're doing the experiments. Mystery goo, thermometer, pressure, materials bay. There we go, beautiful. And we can collect all of the science experiments. The burn will be in 10 seconds after the burn. Alright, we are 16 by 14, that's great. And now Bob will once again go out and do the EVA report. Restore the mystery goo, restore the materials bay. Or Science Junior, yeah. Alright, good. Then we will be coming back in and getting ourselves ready for the landing. So, collect all the experiments. I took the crew report just for good measure. Now, I'm thinking I want to be landing somewhere in these lakes, and I'm thinking, okay, that's too much. I want to be first landing here. So my point is to cover as many biomes as I can. So first we'll land on this highlands area, then or midlands, I have no idea which biome it is, but we're gonna be landing on the top of the hill, then on the slope of the hill, then in the lakes, and then whatever other biomes of opportunity present ourselves to us. So we have performed the deorbit burn. As you see, it's a tiny thing because Minmus is so forgiving. Its gravity is so low that we really don't have to worry about it. Okay, so now I'm turning to the altitude above ground rather than the sea level. I mean, obviously not sea level, but yeah. Alright, so extending the landing legs. And we are landing at a mild slope of 6 degrees, which is okay. Our lander is designed to be able to cope with that. And I'm just trying to kill the orbital velocity and also make sure that our horizontal velocity is off. So as you can see me burning here, I'm trying to place the yellow retrograde marker on the top of the nav ball, which means we are descending straight down. So there we go. I'm trying to find my own shadow because that gives me also a good indication of how far am I from the ground. There we go. Okay, just slowing down, making sure that my surface velocity is below. I mean, I'm typically trying to keep it below 10, but then again, we can slow down when we are a little bit lower above the ground. There we go. 10, and now we're gonna slow it to 5, and at the moment of touchdown I want it to be below 5. So 3, 4, that's all good. There we go, and landed. Perfect. See? Time to do the experiments. Science time. Yeah, so mystery goo. Temperature scan, pressure data, crew report, materials bay. Alright, let's collect all the experiments, then go EVA, you restore this experiment, restore this guy, and you're gonna do a screenshot, of course. We want to take the EVA report and the surface sample, there we go. Okay, first turned him. Haha, Bob is clearly enjoying himself. Okay, Bill. Time to get you out, buddy. There we go. I mean, it's time for a group selfie. You know how the procedure goes. All right. Turn. Well, not your ass towards the camera, dude. Bill, and you're supposed to be an engineer. I mean, come on. Seriously? Okay. There's Bill. And now we have Jeb. Jeb. Selfie time, come on, you know you love him, buddy. So, There we go. We're going to be placing you somewhere around here. All right. Take the surface sample. Thank you. Plant a flag of GrunfWorks. I mean, what's a selfie without a flag? And this is now Minmus Midlands Conquered. So I am actually writing each and every biome in the name of the flag so that later on, if I need to revisit Minmus, I know which biomes I've covered. There we go. There's the selfie that you've been looking for. What's up, Jeb? You have something on your hands, buddy? All right. Well, the other two are content. Okay, great. We took selfie, and guys, you know what to do. I mean, please do like this video because that will ensure that our trio gets safely back to Kerbin without too much faffing around. All right. There we go. Bob, get in. However, guys, our mission is not done yet. Not by a long shot. We have just begun. I mean, we have a metric crap ton of delta V in this rocket, and so look at this. We have 2.2 thousand, and we're nowhere near getting done. So we're pointing our rocket eastwards to get further down in the orbit, and we are above Midlands. So now I'm aiming for that either the slope or the lake. So we'll see where we end up. Collect everything. Good. Okay, just making sure that our trajectory will get us landed somewhere over there. Alright, and we are getting above this slope. Oh, that slope looks steep. Oh, slopes. In space slow. You know what, guys? I'm actually gonna stop here and I'm gonna land here on the slope. 24 degrees. Well, yeah, it might be a little bit tricky. At least you will see how to do a proper slope landing, right? That's why I have chosen that my lander has such a wide base, because if it has such a wide base, then landing should not be a problem on the slopes. Especially not on Minmus, though. Alright, so getting ready. I have no idea how is that slope pointed. Is it like this, or is it to the side? At 31 degrees, that would probably be something like that, perhaps? We're gonna find out soon, guys. So, coming in for the landing. Alright, alright. Oh, it's on this side. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Problem, problem. Oh, fold the panels. Whew, I think I folded them at the very last second. Okay, so the good thing is that now SAS can actually get you upright. I mean, that's why I have this additional SAS module. And now let's do the science. So, see? So even if you fudge it up, the SAS on Minmus will get you out of trouble, and that's the reason why I'm including it. Alright, grab, and now I have, for your convenience, I have accelerated this 4 times because, well, it's pretty much rinse repeat on multiple biomes. So as you can tell, you know, flag, surface sample, EVA report, all the reports, then get them in and then get out and continue flying. So there you go, that's one. Now, again, burning to east, turning my craft so that I can, there we go, okay, that's enough. So I'm trying to expend as little as delta V as I can to make sure that we get landed on the proper side. There we go. So we are at lowlands. Okay, that's another biome that I didn't see coming. Usually it's the flats. However, if we have a chance to land on the lowlands, I'm gonna land there. Oh, the slope is 33 degrees? Holy moly. Alright, yep, I'm gonna go for the lowlands. At a 30-degree slope. Yeah, let's try another landing. My solar panels are folded, 84 degrees. So this is the angle. Okay, careful, careful, GrunfWorks, careful. Okay. Ooh, that's a harsh slope. That's really harsh slope. Okay, but it's lowlands, so that's a biome we want. All right, we landed. There we go. Easy does it. Easy. Don't you be turning, son. Oh, all right. Oh, hoorah. Now, okay, let's get every inch of every amount of science that we can. Quickly perform it. Crew reports, materials bay. You know the drill. collect all the experiments. Bob, reset the experiments. There you go. Restore. Don't forget the surface sample and the EVA report. There we go. Minmus Lowlands done. Alright, backflip. That's cool. So, let's go in and time to get to this lake actually. Attempt number 3. Okay, there we go. Pointing 90 degrees. Turning off the engine. You don't need to go really far, just a little bit forward. Momentum. I'm already positioning myself for the second landing. Okie doke. There we go. Okay, surface velocity is a little bit high. Come on, reduce, reduce. Okay, there we go. Ooh, easy, easy does it, buddy. Easy does it. And there we go. Lesser flats. So, rinse, repeat, you know? So this is the way how you actually can milk Minmus for a lot of science. With these lander, I mean, one terrier is enough. And all of the experiments can fit there. It's just important that you have wide base. If you have wide base, then you have no problem. And all of those tanks are basically feeding into the main tank. So the moment when I ditch them, my main tank will be full. So there we go. Lesser flats done. Okay. Hop up. There we go. Get in, grab, board. There we go. So the next one I was thinking to get on one of the hills. So there we go. And see if we can get highlands, or maybe even we can actually get to... Oh, there's the greater flats over there. So let's go over there, see what's going on there. Oh, look at that beautiful Kerbin rise. Time warp. Oh, and I forgot to reset the science experiments. Right. Bob, can you do that, please? Thank you. Restore the experiment. Thank you. Restore the experiment. Board. Okie doke. Let's go down there, and we are still at lowlands. Okay, I'm worried that we might not be landing at the proper spot, so I just extended this a little bit. So, alright, let's see. Lowlands, lowlands, come on. Okay, we will be landing at that farther point of the slope, so we will fly over, so I will have enough time to, you know... Great flats, okay. Reduce the horizontal velocity first. There we go. Means get the yellow marker on the top of the nav ball. And then slowly we will be starting the decelerating. There we go. Now we're going vertically down. And then make sure to burn carefully, and we have plenty of fuel. I mean, to return from Minmus you need roughly 400 to 500 delta V, not much more than that. You probably could get away with even less. However, I like to have a good margin, so there we go. Okay, great flats. Time for experiments again. Mystery goo. Here we go. Crew report. Conduct the materials bay. Transfer pressure data. Collect all. There we go. Restore and take the bottom one. Restore as well. Perfect. Surface sample and EVA report, please. EVA report. Plant a flag. There we go. See? All wonderful. Great flats done. So once those are done, we also can take another screenie here. Yeah, let's dance. By the way, guys, you know what the procedure? Please hit that like button if you have not already done so, because soon enough it will be time for our return. So we want our Kerbals to get back safely, and likes actually help. So there we go. Yeah, I'm kidding. Okay, let's collect the science and let's get up. So I'm actually thinking maybe to get on top of this hill if this is highlands, although I'm not 100% sure. So let's try it. hit it, retracting the landing legs. And I'm just gonna see if the biome above that is highlands, I will be landing. If not, then I won't. So I am going to take the apoapsis of 12 because I don't expect that these are highlands. So I did collect quite a lot of science, and we have 1200 delta V's, which is more than enough to get us back home. Let's see. And those exploding things are our fuel tanks, which have returned back to Minmus to remain there forever and ever. Okay, slopes, yeah. Never mind, we will be circularizing and then ejecting to Kerbin. So let's just... There we go, come on, give me a nice apoapsis. 12 by 12, that works for me. Okay, pointing the craft prograde, there we go. The burn will start in 50 seconds, let's accelerate it a little bit. Alright, and now we are burning. Alright, and now we are in orbit. We are getting ready to go back to Kerbin. We have plenty of fuel. So now I'm basically just choosing to burn retrograde and find a decent periapsis, which I always try to put around 30 kilometers-ish. Okay, that's a little bit too much. 24, 36. That's good enough in my book. Maneuver prograde. The burn will be starting in 45 minutes. Alright. There we go. Getting to the burn. And we will be burning. The burn will take 15 seconds. So. Okay, accelerating a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Alright, so we are reducing our Kerbin periapsis, and there we go, it's 59. Let's just burn a little bit till we get it to 33-ish. That's good enough, I'm happy with that. And which means it's time for the cinematic. Yes, look at this beautiful transition. I love the skybox. Skybox is, by the way, Astronomer's visual pack. It works great with, you know, environmental visual enhancements and all that. And it just looks amazing. Yeah. Alright, so where is Kerbin? There we go. And let's accelerate as we transition. By the way, I'm going to be putting my drogue chute on a separate action group so that I can trigger it. We're going to be transferring all the data in here. Oh, by the way, in space high above highlands. Yes, EVA report. It's not in space low. In space low is biome dependent, in space high is not, because it makes sense. In space high above something, it still is in space high. Alright, returning back to Kerbin, and look at those beautiful Aurora Borealis on the... No, actually the south one is, I believe, Aurora Australis, right? Correct me in the comments. So, okay, let's point the rocket retrograde, and I'm going to use these 990 meters per second to actually decelerate. We're still high in the Kerbin's atmosphere, or actually above the Kerbin's atmosphere. So I'm gonna dump this, and after I'm done, I'm just detach it and return to Kerbin willy-nilly. So there we go, 500 meters per second. I think it's actually kind of cool. I really enjoy these re-entries. Jab, Bob, and Bill are positive, happy, and let's hope they don't get too toasty. So 200 meters per second. We are now getting into the thicker of the Kerbin's atmosphere. We're getting some, you know, atmospheric heating effects. There we go. And detach. Bye-bye, rocket. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, I've accelerated this 4 times because there's no point of you guys, you know, watching the re-entry. I mean, very, very slowly. It takes a while. It's a tedious process, but it needs to be done to be able to get all that wonderful science. Alright. There we go. And as soon as we land, we're going to check out how much science we got, and then we'll be wrapping it up for this episode. So, there you go. And let's check how much science we got. Log temperature. We already got this science. 2.9 thousand science, and we're going to be using it in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.